Homes at home. I am home. You know what? This has been one hell of a day. Let's see. How did it start? I woke up at 5 a.m. I got up, started with the landscapers because we're working on my deck. So the stone's going down on top of that paver deck plank system that you're about to see in a moment. Went from there, jumped in my truck, went down to meet one of the first mates to help me move my big boat. Went down to Hamilton, got on my boat because they pulled it out of storage. In the water, went to my marina. From there, jumped back in the truck, came here just to talk to you. So what we're going to start with is what have I been doing on my deck? Are you ready? Because I have a little video I'm about to show you, and here it is.
Hi everyone, today we are going to be showing this new paver deck plank system and how we're installing it and why we're doing it. Really simple. I want to do a stone deck and it's going to be strong. So I'm not going to be doing a wood deck or a composite floor deck because that's what I had before and there was a lot of maintenance to it. There was too many things that it just became work. So I thought, okay, since it's time to replace the floor, I went into redesigning. Now I'm not going to talk about this is going to be a kitchenette with a bar top and there's going to be a fireplace with a television. I'll do all that later. Right now I want to tell you what I am doing. This is a galvanized flooring. It's from Paver Deck and it's a plank flooring. And being galvanized, we have to understand a couple of things. I'll first tell you about this. It's a special note. Galvanized, touching pressure treated wood, the two chemicals in the product don't like each other. That's why we're going to use a blue skin or a butyl tape to keep the surfaces from touching. Normally when it comes to a galvanized, we'll use galvanized anchors and they're screws with a nut head. But in this case, because we're going into pressure treated, we have to use stainless steel. A little more money, and when you look at this, it's going to take a little longer to do. It's 4 days. How this plank flooring works is really simple. It laps onto the other side. That's where we're going to fasten it down. We're going to stagger our joints to give structure. This was designed by two engineers that I know very well, and they're very smart guys. The idea behind this was to take minimum code decking and be able to turn it into that you could put the pan on top and then put stone on top. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, and we'll explain more on the next run here. You're going to see the stone I'm going to lay down. I want a deck that's going to last forever with less maintenance and it looks really good. So the next time you're going to be here, you're going to see the stone going in place. My landscapers are going to be here. We're going to work on some other things to show you the kitchenette and everything that I'm doing. Some people have asked me, what do you prefer, Mike, a wood deck, a steel deck? Because you've been showing different things on the show. This is all about affordability and longevity. If all you can do is afford a wood deck, go with wood. It's going to last maybe 20 years. I want to do a deck, this is my house. I want it to last 40 to 50 years, and that's why I'm doing this. I happen to like the idea of turning a wood structure into a stone deck, and at the same time, I get to protect all of my structure for many years to come. Wait to see it next time. Thanks for being here.
Okay, so this is a lot of fun. I got to tell you that it is super, super hot. Max, look at this. Be like standing on a frying pan. Absolutely, yes. It's about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, especially for the last 3 days. Standing over that steel pan is blinding to the eyes. We're getting that reflection back from the sun. So remember, we are using an awful lot of sun lotion. We are trying to make sure that we do not get burnt. And I'm actually wearing a hat all the time. I don't care about my hair. I care about the sun. This is May month, and in the month of May, it is all about melanoma, and it is melanoma awareness. So let's pay attention to that and keep that sun off us. I'm going to show you more about what's happening in the deck as we continue this. Right now, I have Kimmberly Capone with me. And if you remember Kim, she's done some of my shows. She's the designer. Hi,
hey.
Kim. How are you?
Hey. Great. How are you?
I'm well. You know, it's funny because I remember when we first started this designer thing with Mike Holmes, it was like, no, I design everything. I do everything. I don't need a designer. Truth is that once you jumped on board, not only did you help me help the homeowners, you helped me realize that it didn't hurt to have a designer to be my
Well,
right
you
hand.
do have good taste. I can't lie about that. You do.
Well, thank you.
And you didn't go easy on me all the time.
Yeah, but I didn't yell. I'm a nice guy. I worked with you, right?
Yeah, no, you're great. You're great. You actually let me do some things that you didn't want to let me do in the beginning, which was great. So I was happy about that.
Okay, so you did this wonderful show with us, and
Yeah.
we can never forget this family. You've done a few shows with me, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And quite a few. This family was one to remember. All the
Right.
daughters, 4 daughters, if I'm correct, they were the ones that wrote in and said, "Can you help us?" My mom and dad have been screwed by a contractor. We have a little clip here. Let's run this clip because I think it's really important. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Holy! Oh my gosh!
Oh, I can't believe this is our house. This is our house. I can't believe this big room is the dining room.
At one point, this wall came across.
Yeah. This is amazing.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're kind of proud.
Oh, you have to be proud of this. This is phenomenal that you have the
love it.
ability to do this.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh my
Oh my gosh. Oh, Mike's. I'm just going to call you Mike Squared today. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
That's their favorite.
Now, seriously, we did transform that house and
100%.
encouraged them afterwards because the contractor tried to sue them
Yeah.
or isn't attempting to sue them. He's a bad guy. We reported him to the Electrical Safety Authority. They're going to go after him, fine him a lot of money.
Crazy.
Guys like this need to go away. But what we did, making changes to the houses and then bringing you in, you saw not only did they see a change in structure, a change in layout, but you dressed up that house like a woman going to a ball. You really did.
Well, it was way more functional. It was way more functional the way you took down that wall for me. That really opened up that whole place. And they love to entertain those people, right? So it was perfect for them.
And they love to dance. If you've seen the show,
They do.
They definitely get up to dance. Now, right now, because of the COVID-19, you're working on new things, right? Because no one can really come into your store right now.
Well, to be honest with you, we just opened up this week. This is the first week we're allowed to open. Yeah, and we already are behind about 61 design consultations. So we're starting to go out, do our installations. But during this last 2 months, you know me, I have a lot of energy and I can't sit still. You know that. So basically what we did is we created an online store because of your show, actually, Mike. Thank you so much for letting me be with you guys on the show. It was so much fun for me. But not only that, it really did open up my business because now people all over US and Canada want to use me. So 2 things, online store so they can shop online, but we created a virtual design program, an app actually, where they can go through it step by step and they can measure like a designer. Because the problem is when someone gives you floor plans, they try their best, but they don't have the elevations right. They forget the doors, the windows, and we need to make sure that everything is spec'd perfectly, right? So
you help guide them in this app.
Yeah, so they work through it on themselves. Every wall, every elevation gets a picture, and then we show them 5 different ways to take measurement of a window. So by the time we get all the intake back, we can draw it in 3D, blueprint, send them all the information with the furniture specs, all the accessory boards, material boards, and a one-on-one Zoom with me. So
okay, so nice and simple. Any homeowner can go onto your new app, and congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
All they have to do is measure the house, put it into the app system that you have, and then they can pick furniture and everything and work with you to redesign their house without you going to their house.
Yeah, because we actually give them a questionnaire, right? Just like the people on your show. If I could meet with them, I would give them a questionnaire to find out what they like and what they don't like. So by the time I have all that intel, I provide them with a fully furnished room, floor planned and everything. But just in case we have to make revisions, they get a one-on-one Zoom call with me. So when they zoom in, we zoom in to the drawing and live they get to see.
I like that. So it's not just working on an app or reading directions to something. You get that one-on-one with the woman herself.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, are you related to Al?
Would I be doing this if I was related? I don't think so.
I had to ask. I mean, that's a cool last name. It's like Holmes. What's the app name? We have Ed Calgren. He's asking.
Oh, so basically you just go on our website. It's KimmberlyCapone.com, and you can purchase it there. If you can go through and just look and see how it's done.
Well,
we give all of the specs, everything there.
I love that. So you're back up and running. Are you feeling good?
Yeah, feeling really good. I feel rested. I feel ready.
You look good. You look like you're smiling. You look like you're ready to take on. So slowly, bit by bit, you're going to revamp up, and hopefully this new app that people can go on gives them the opportunity to see what they can do in their own home using your setup.
Exactly. Exactly. It's going to be really easy for them, really super easy, because the biggest mistake people make is measurements on furniture. And once they buy it, they've spent 10, 15,000 and it's too late. So this helps them with a shopping list with specs to go shopping in a furniture store, or because now we have online, they could shop with us. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. As long as they get the right measurements, they can furnish their room beautifully.
So Christine says Kim needs her own show.
Oh, she's so funny.
You know a producer, right?
Aren't you a producer?
Actually, who would have thought I'm a contractor?
I really love being on the show with you. It was so much fun.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. Like I said,
and I was proud of what we did.
It's always feeling good, isn't it? Because we go into people in trouble. We make the fixes. We say this is wrong, this is wrong, this is why it's wrong. When you come in and dress that wonderful cake up with the icing, the strawberries and raspberries and blueberries and a couple of roses, and all right, I'm exaggerating. You really make the difference at the ending. And I didn't realize that for all the years. I thought the important point was about the drywall, what's behind it, everything I needed to teach people. But you just put that icing on the cake for me, and I love you, and I thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Because you have touched many hearts just like we do together.
Aw, amazing, amazing. Well, thank you, Mike.
All right, Kim, you keep making it right. I'm going to talk to you soon. I'm going to get you back on, because something tells me we're going to keep this up for quite a while.
Awesome.
And I'm okay with it. You okay with it?
Awesome. Oh, yeah, I love it. Wear sunscreen, my friend. Wear sunscreen.
I am. Don't worry. I'm keeping the hat on. I'm protecting my body. We'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye. Bye.
All right. Next up, we have Sue Wastell. And Sue Wastell, she is a homes improvement builder. And she is, let me tell you something, she is one of the best homes improvement builders. And we have many. And the reason I say that is because she's a woman with power. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to design. And she is starting a new program. And Sue, are you ready to talk to me?
I am. Thank you.
You have something new you're working with, especially because of all this online stuff that can help other people. Why don't you tell me about it?
Sure. So a couple of years ago, we designed an application, an online tool that would allow for our customers to be able to go onto our website and be able to do a lot of their research and pricing from the comfort of their own home. So they were able to go through our neighborhoods, select a lot, select a house plan, and then even see all the pricing that they might be considering for their upgrades. So we've just recently brought that online tool to market with our price and build company. And we're offering it to home builders to apply onto their existing websites, as well as we will custom design the application for select builders as well, if that's more something that they're looking for.
This is something new, you know, from every devastation, like New Orleans and all the things we've done around the world. Calgary, when it flooded for that matter, we went in and tried to show people what they need to know, what they need to learn, how to prevent this, what you can do about it. This is becoming an online world of helping. And I'm never going to knock the system of online, because you can Google and ask a million questions, and the problem is you get a million answers. What are the right answers? It's the big thing. But when you're dealing with the best of the best and the people that we know and relate to, and you and everyone around us and us to you, this is a good thing. Because here's what I'm hearing. It's like buying a car. I can pick my tires, I color the steering wheel, color the inside, what color I want on the outside, what engine I want. And by doing that, I pick and I see the price of everything I'm looking for. So if it's too high, I can now bring that down and get it to my target point. Much like I was just talking to Kim, did we get to the opportunity for anyone to talk to you direct?
Yes. So we are finding that it's allowing people to sort of pre-qualify themselves at home, so that they're not as intimidated when they come into the sales offices without knowing any of the sort of extra prices that are out there. They're able to do a lot of comparison shopping from home. There's a lot of transparency that us builders now are showing to our customers, where before a lot of those prices were always held sort of near and dear to builders' hearts. But now we realize with the times and things have changed and consumers are asking for more and more information, that this is an opportunity to be able to put it all out there and allow consumers to get all their knowledge from home.
Okay, so I'm really liking this because anything that homeowners can do on their own and investigate for themselves, they usually have more confidence to come and talk to you and say, okay, I like what you're doing. Here's what I put together. Can you help me build it? Now, I have a concern, and I have to say this, because lately with this COVID thing happening, I'm looking at job losses. I'm looking at, restaurants closing down, bars closing down, malls closing down, and I'm hoping this doesn't happen. My biggest fear is that if we don't do everything safely and get everything up and running in the proper order, is that this has the potential to affect the real estate market. Right now, are you still seeing everything is good in buying new homes and still working it? Are you seeing a problem with this?
We're definitely doing things differently. So our sales centers were closed for a number of weeks. We just have recently reopened by appointment. We have regulations for when customers come and make their appointment with us, that we do all the health checks. We ask them how they're feeling. If they're not feeling well, we don't want to meet with them in person. We will meet them digitally, and we can still do those appointments. So things are taking a bit more time, but we're still finding that there's lots of people out there looking for new homes. And the spring has always been a busy time for builders. So using this tool, again, people can do their research. They can narrow things down so that when they do make those appointments, they're coming in educated. And
good. Good. I really like that. So what I'm hearing is that it's still working. We're just doing things differently.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So, okay. I mean, that's not terrible. I feel terrible for the people out there that are not employed. And, I'm happy that the government has stepped forward to try and help these people. All I can do is, say, okay, let's just stay positive. Let's keep moving in the right direction. This is not the end of the world. It is the beginning of probably a future change that we've never seen before in our history. But at least it's something about a lesson in life. And I mean, everyone hugged and kissed all the time, which is good. That's a lovable thing. But shaking hands, how many hands have I shook over all these years? That's about the, well, actually, it's not about the change. It's changed. There's going to be, fist pumping. Everyone's going to learn to keep that distance, I think, for quite a long time. I'm looking forward to actually going back to the norm, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to have a new norm, and that's something you're working on, and I really like that. Okay, I want to thank you, Sue. You are doing awesome. Please keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to look at this personally, and up next, we're going to be talking about the shortage in skilled trades. That this is what I keep doing. We're going to be talking with Skills USA and Skills Canada, and I have them online right now. And how are you both? How do I pronounce your name?
Shelley.
Say it again.
Shelley.
Shelley Travis. Now, Shelley Travis, you do what in Skills USA? You are the director?
I'm the executive director for Skills USA.
Awesome. That is great because I've done a lot with Skills USA, and it's nice to actually finally meet you. Sean from Canada, how the hell are you?
Good, Mike. How are you? Great to be here.
I'm really good. I can't believe how hot it is right now. It's really hot, but at the end of the day, maybe I'll get to jump in the pool that we just knew they opened, so that makes me happy. I'd like to go back to the boat, but I got to keep working on the deck. Now, let's talk about this skilled trade shortage because it has not changed since I was about 16 years old. I mean, I know for a fact that as I went through school, as I became older and I got into the trades, that people were not only did it get pulled from school because it was all about cost savings to the government, which I get, but it was the moms and dads, it was the people everywhere that were actually not pushing their kids to get into trade. They were telling them to get into other things. Fast forward all these years, we're seeing an increase, and I know we are. We're seeing an increase in women in the trades. We're seeing recognition that this is not a bad job. This is not, like a garbage man job, and I don't ever want to knock the garbage man job because someone's got to pick that crap up, and they get paid good money to do it. But being in the skilled trades is an opportunity of a lifetime because we built 1 million houses, we're going to build millions more. We got to fix them, and we need people to. I'm getting old. There's other people that are getting old, and we're about to retire. That's the biggest problem. Am I correct?
That is one of the large problems right now. You are absolutely correct.
And what happens when this age group retires?
Well, I think that's we've got to make sure that we've got those people in place and ready to replace those people that are going to retire. So that's why it's really important to, I think, do what both Skills USA and Skills Canada are doing, is to connect with young people and make sure that they really understand the opportunities in trades occupations and what that type of career can actually be.
One of the best things that I've seen the government here do in Canada was put money into infrastructure. So they're fixing bridges, they're fixing highways everywhere. As a matter of fact, it's so broad across Canada that people are complaining about traffic. I'm seeing the same things in the US. Are you seeing that, Shelley, too?
Absolutely. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, originally, moved now in Leesburg, Virginia, and we see that. We see that all the time. And what I'm hoping is one thing that through this current health crisis that possibly has sparked a newfound appreciation for so many of those professionals that have traditionally been undervalued. We at Skills USA have been working to elevate and promote and champion and value the dignity of all workers since 1965 and really recognize our students for that and to show that they have always been essential, not just now. Definitely, we have essential skills with our essential workers right now, but that they've always been the true reason for the American success story here.
See, I love that. That's awesome. I mean, I've said it for years. You know, I meet all the best doctors, and you know, they get respect, and they should get respect. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, I can build that doctor's home, and I can build the hospital the doctor works in, and we should really get a relative same respect because that doctor's good, he or she are very good at what they do. I'm very good at what I do. And anyone in the trades that has that longevity gets better and better. And that's exactly what we need. So what are we working on right now in this pandemic that is helping the young to get into this? That's what I want to hear. Sean, let's start with you.
Yeah, so this week is usually the time that we host our Skills Canada national competition. So because of COVID-19, we haven't been able to do that in the same way. That it's usually a very hands-on tools and materials in the hands of young people and them getting to work on some of these projects and discover these occupations. In place of that, we've put together our SCNC 2020 digital edition, so competition that is happening online with a lot of different activities, trying to pick up on the same themes from our national competition, but putting that forward through our social media platform. So really still trying to keep some excitement and try and show what's involved in these occupations and what a great career choice they would be.
Well, you know what's wild is that the next generation, I'm talking my kids, and I guess the ones younger than my kids, is that they're all online. They're on their phone. They're on their computer. Like, I mean, I was a guy that, you know, was not about computers, and I'm slowly getting into it because it's not who I am. I build houses. But that's the generation we're looking for, and this is the opportunity now that we can give them. Shelley, are you seeing the same thing, that there's so much online from the young that there's now an interest?
Absolutely, and that's why we're starting with Skills USA with our Essential Skills, Essential Workers campaign, actually starting on June 1st and carrying throughout the summer, really hoping to elevate that perception of the value of career and technical education, along with Skills USA's unique positioning as a champion of all skilled workers. I think that our students really are, we were able to transition many of our videos and curriculum and simulations online for our students so that they could see and get their hands on that when all the classes were canceled in the U.S. and also just providing recognition. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. we will host our graduate night where we will be celebrating the success of our Skills USA students across the nation in our graduation night. And then later, just like in Skills Canada, we had to cancel our skills event our major championship. But we'll be hosting a series of events throughout that week that will culminate in the recognition of our skilled champions in the United States.
You know what? This puts a big smile on my face because when I was younger, nobody really cared about a contract. I remember going to this fireman event, and these firemen were on stage, and there was like 2,500 crazy women screaming at the firemen. And of course, they were doing a little dance thing on the stage, and something to do with signatures and you know, autographs, and really taking pictures with them. And all the women, I got dressed up as my buddy told me to. You know, I went. And all the women would come up and ask, "What fire station are you with?" And I'd be like, "I'm a contractor." And they would turn and walk away. So I was nothing. I wasn't a fireman. All right, I'm making a joke of it. The point that I'm trying to make here is that I'm really starting to see a change in people's attitude when it comes to the trades. Trades is hair cutting, cooking, IT, robotics. You know, everyone else knows mechanics, electricians, and plumbers and carpenters. But there are up to 60 different trades. Now, for those who don't know about Skills Canada, Skills USA, or World Skills, I highly recommend that you go online and look up World Skills, because this was the biggest rock show I've ever been to in my life. When it comes to 60 countries, and over 60 countries, getting together to win the gold, the silver, and the bronze, and I had the opportunity to put gold medals on their necks. I've never seen more enthusiasm, more desire, more personal impact to me than being at these events. Now, next year, hopefully, we're going to make this Shanghai. Is that correct, Sean?
Yeah, World Skills 2021 is scheduled for Shanghai in October of next year. So in Canada, we're starting that process of trying to select our team that's going to represent us there. So we're excited about that. Yeah, so it should be just another amazing event.
So if I said to you, Shelley, here's what I want to do, okay? But Sean knows this because we've talked many times, especially we just talked during this week. I want to film a television show. I really do. I'm the guy that wants to do these things. I want to film a television show, and I want to follow some young guys and girls around the planet, how they've made it to the final competition to get to World Skills, and to see whether or not they win the medals. And I want everyone, like the Olympics, I want everyone to watch this, because I think it's going to help change every single person's attitude out there when it comes to the young trades. And I see this as an opportunity that no one else, I don't know why this hasn't been done. I just don't. But this is something I want to do. So with your help, Shelley, your help, Sean, I promise you, we're going to do this. And we'll do it together, okay?
Love it.
I love it too. And I think you'll be so impressed with all of our competitors from around the globe, not just their technical skills, but really their workplace and their personal skills. We are training them to enter the workforce and be our workforce of tomorrow. And it's so exciting. So I would love that opportunity for our students.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't, and one of my favorite exciting points every time that I go to World Skills, what country is it where the guys come out and they do that dance? And I'm asking you, Sean, they do that dance. What country is that?
This is New Zealand. This is New Zealand.
Okay,
yes.
I was going to say, I don't know. I haven't had the opportunity. I've sent students, so I have had competitors at World Skills, but I've never had the opportunity to actually witness World Skills myself. So.
Shelley, you have got to see this. I've had the opportunity to go to a few of them, and I want to go to more of them because it's, you know, for me, it's anything I can pass on and give encouragement and be part of, because being part of that's something I'll never forget. It's a very powerful feeling. So with that, please keep doing what you're doing. We're going to stay in touch, and I'm going to keep working in that direction, okay?
Thank you.
Sounds great. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for being here. All right, now, it is so hot outside. I'm actually starting to sweat like crazy, but this is a really good thing because it means cool weather's in, boating weather's in. We're going to keep making right. I want you to stay in touch with me because I want to hear problems in your home. I want to help people online. I think this is going to be quite easy. I'm going to continue to show you what I'm doing with my deck. Right to the end, I'm even probably going to show you the reveal of my own deck, which I don't want people to see my house. But between you and I I'm going to make it right for you, not just for me. Keep smiling. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Was that on time? Yes, I was.